Okay, what we're going to go through here is basically using our price layout form and the pricing calculator. It's going to allow us to present our price in the home. It's also going to figure out the commissions and all the square footage and linear footage details of the project with add-ons as well. So you can see here at the bottom we've got some different tabs. There's this one that says cost versus price. This one here we're actually not going to use, or I'm not going to explain a whole lot here. We'll use it, but this is really, I'm not going to take a whole lot of time with this. This is something that's best to be looked at and taught in a face-to-face training class. So what we're going to talk about are these tabs at the bottom. You got price, 60-month, sheet number 3, and I'll explain why we call it sheet 3, and then we've got admin. So whenever you go into this, whenever you're going into a new prospect's home, you're always going to start on the price tab. And this spreadsheet, it's locked, so there's only certain fields that you're going to be able to access. But what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to walk through and show everything that's available on these sheets. And in a different video I'll do some type of role playing to show maybe more in detail how we would use this. But basically what you do is you start up here with the name. So if we're with John and Mary Smith, that's what you're going to write up top here, John and Mary Smith. Alright, and what you'll find is that's going to populate through. If we click on 60 months, it's there, and it's over here on our admin sheet as well. So the next thing we're going to do is, at this point now we've gone around and we've gotten all the dimensions we need on the home. We have the square footage, the add-ons, and everything else. So when you go to build your project, what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down right here to where it says project square footage, and you're going to click in that box, and that's exactly what you're going to put there. You're going to put how many square feet of wall space we have. So for the example here, let's say we have 2,450 square feet of wall space. So that's what you're going to put there, okay? Then you hit tab and it's going to bring you down to your add-ons. So window trim, let's say we've got 8 windows that are going to be trimmed out. Maybe they have stucco pop-outs and they're going to be a different color. So we have an add-on for that. So what you do in the first column right next to window trim is you just put the number. So if we have 8 windows, you put 8 and you hit tab and it automatically populates the price that we charge. Let's say we have 2 doors that we're doing the same thing on. You can put that in, and right on down the line you've got garage door trim if we're trimming around a garage door. If we're going to paint a garage door, you'd put that here. If we're going to paint a door like an entry door or maybe a side door to a garage or something like that, or a patio door, that would go there. Replacing T111 siding, I don't think we'll run into a lot of that, but we do have an option there as well. Okay, so these first ones here are, I guess, what I would call each type add-ons. Okay, the next little column here are either square footage or linear footage. So if we have an area that we just really have a lot of extra power washing to do on, and let's say we have 50 square feet that we're going to have to do that on, you just put that in and it'll calculate a price for it. Paint on soffit and fascia, in the event that we're not putting a coating product on the soffit and fascia but we're doing paint instead, this would be the area to put that. Rotted wood, if we're going to replace maybe some fascia board that's rotted out, that's where we would put that, our linear feet in. Repairing stucco would be the next column here. So anything under 5 square feet, if we have a small crack or something, you're going to put that in here. If you have 3 of these but they're all under 5 square feet, you'd put 3 of those in here. Okay, let's just say we have that. And then there's replace stucco. This is really like if a whole wall needs to be re-stucco. This may be something that you have to call production manager or whatever to find out, hey, I got a whole wall, what should I charge to re-stucco this wall? And let's say it's $650. You could go ahead and put that amount right in there. And then there's also a column for other. If there's anything that we've missed here and you need to put in an extra for something that's other, you can do that right here. Okay. Okay, so as we scroll down, the rest of this from this point on is going to be input by the sales manager. Okay, and I'm going to come back to this, but regardless which program we sell, if we sell a cash job or a finance project, this little grayed out area is always going to be done by the sales manager, and this will help. This is what's going to calculate the commission. So Okay, so we put in all this stuff. So we've got 2,450 square feet. We've got some add-ons that total $1,907.50. So our total list price right now is $22,732. Now, when we present this to our customer, we're always going to present an interest-free payment first. So we're not going to lead with this. We build it on this tab, but this is where we're going to present it. We're going to present it right here, and we're going to show this to the customer. Again, I'm going to role play in a different video how to present this, but you can see here we've got a 60-month interest-free payment of $377.36 a month. Okay, so that's what we present to them. Okay, and then the next one is our 84-month program. Now, the reason I didn't put 84-month, if a homeowner was savvy enough and they see that one is called 60 months and the other is 84, they may immediately say, well, hey, I see you've got an 84-month program, let's do that. And we don't want, we can take them there, but we want to take them there. We don't want them to see that and jump there. And that's why we've called this sheet 3, okay? So if you click on sheet 3, you can see the payment dropped. The price all stayed the same. The price is still $22,732. The payment dropped to $270.52, and that's going to be, again, part of our sales process and closing methodology of transitioning from one to the next in the event that we need to. Okay. Now, within here, I'm going to go back to the price tab for just a minute and show there are drop-down menus within here as well. You can see that they're lighting up. So on the price tab, and basically we would come back to this. If we determine that the homeowner is not a finance buyer, they don't finance anything, and they're going to pay cash, then what we do is we have these drop-down menus. And this first one is a promotional discount of 20% off. So if somebody's if they're not going to use our interest-free payment programs, we're happy to give them 20% off. Okay. We also have what's called our day of demonstration discount. If they purchase today, we're going to save them 10%. And again, we'll talk more about how to deliver that in a different video. But so that's available. If they're in a position where they can write a check and pay in full at the time of order, we give an additional 3%. Okay. And then there is one other column here. If you have to put in, let's say we're here and the folks are like, hey, if you do it for $15,000, I'll write a check right now for 15 grand. And you made your call and everything's good, and we do that, you still have a column here to write in additional discount. You can type that in yourself and tab over. You can put in minus 876.38, and that brings your total down to 15,000 as you had agreed upon. Okay, so let's say this was our deal. Let's say this is how it went down. We went into a customer's home. We presented financing options. They said, forget it. We don't finance. We pay cash, and that's where you end up. You end up here. You give them your 20%. You give them the 10 to buy today, 3%, and they haggle a little bit, and we got down to 15 grand. All right. Just so you know, these are the options here as well. We can take check, credit card, and you can also offer them 1 year same as cash. Now, if you do, that financing commission will get included in the detailing of how we figure the commission on the sale. So just be aware of that. But as far as this goes, this would be what we would call a cash deal. These people, let's just assume this is they wrote a check for 15 grand and we're done. All right. So what's going to happen now is when this is all complete, the sales manager is going to come in and right here he's going to fill in some things. So if the sale price was $15,000. That's what he's going to put in there, all right? And then it tells us off to the right that the total overall discount on this job was 34.02%. It tells us that the price per square foot came out to $561, okay? In this case, our par is 5 1/4, so you're actually over par. Even by offering all the discounts and even a little additional, you're still over par. So now if there were some financing fees, those would get entered in here. If this was paid with a credit card, that would get entered there. And if there's any other type of fee that needs to get included, that would go there. So basically, on this sale, because there are no financing fees or credit card fees, and by the way, the credit card fee is a flat 3%. That's what gets charged on a credit card transaction. So we got $15,000 is our price. So If we go over here to the admin page, this is where your commission gets figured up. All right. So what we do here is we'll put in the sales rep's name here. We'll go right there. All right. And then assuming it's 8.5%, that's what stays there. Now we do have this set up to where we can change it if you ran it with another rep and it's going to be split. You know, maybe we would change that to 4.25, or if there was some condition where that had to be cut in half as well, there's an option for that as well. But the vast majority of the time, these are going to be 8.5%. So basically, this is your commission sheet right here. This is how it gets figured up. So we have here that the list price was $22,732.50. The job was sold for $15,000. There were no financing fees. There's no credit card fees. There's no other fees. So the commissionable sale price is $15,000. All right. Now there's a formula that calculates this, the par square footage of 2273. Obviously, that's not what the square footage of this project was. That's the par square footage. Okay. And that's how we end up with some overage here. The par sale price per square foot, it comes out at $5.61. Now there's a formula built in that also accounts for the add-ins as well as being part of the overall square footage of the project. So that's figured in also. But you can see on this example, you've got 8.5%. The commission is $12.75. We were 36 cents over, so the total par overage is $815.44. The way the par program works is the sales rep gets half of the overage, so that's $407.72. Add those two together, total commission is $1682.72. And we also put in a formula to calculate what the total percentage is. So on this job, if it was sold just like this, you would make 11.2% commission. All right. Now there is one other box here. We have a rule that we will pay you at least 6% commission. So if you totally bombed it and this thing ends up showing like a negative commission or something, or 2%, you know, if we take the job as a company and we accept it as it is, we're going to pay you at least 6%. So this would be a deal where we would literally print this out and handwrite this in here, and that would go into your file, and then this amount will get entered into your sales commission split sheet. Okay. Now, one other thing to consider: the commissions are going to be figured off of the actual square footage based on the measure tech. So when the measure tech goes out and measure this thing up, you know, these numbers could change a little bit. So if you put in 2,450 square feet and the tech goes out and he's like, you know, no, there was really 2,800 square feet, you know, this number is going to change. It's going to get changed to 2,800 square feet. And, you know, that's going to impact your commission. So now you're down at, you know, actually a 6% commission, you can see. So it's important that you get your square footage correct, because if you miss it, you know, you're going to lose. In this case, just by doing that, ironically, it comes out at exactly 6%. So, you know, that's what you would get. This would show that your sale price par ended up at $4.96. Again, our par is 5.25. And so you've got some underage, if we want to call it that. That would bring it down, but you still get paid 6% on this. So, you know, very important to make sure and measure your projects properly so that you're not getting dinged on those. The other thing we want to do is we don't want to be way over on these either, you know, because we don't want to price ourselves out of jobs. So what we want to do is try to get good enough at this to where we're really accurate with all this. So real quick, just inside of these other tabs here, the financing tabs, you can see here on the cash we've got quite a few different, you know, promotions: 20% off, 10% off, 3% for payment in full. You can do an additional discount. If we're doing 60 month, we don't have that many options. But what we can do is we can still do the 10% day of demonstration discount, and there is still a field in here where you can do an additional discount if you need to, you know, to get a deal with the financing program that you're offering. Okay, so you do have that at your disposal if you need it. Now what will happen is, again, these financing fees, if you use one of these programs, you know, this 60-month program had, let's say you sell this project for full list right here, or let's say you gave them the 10% day of demonstration discount. You had to do that to get the deal. So you sell this job for $20,459. The financing fee on something like this is roughly 18%, 20,459 times 2018. So we'd have a financing fee of $3,683. So when your commission is getting figured up in a case like that, then that number would get put in here. We'd put in $3,683, and then that's going to drop your commission sale price where you get paid commission on. Pretty straightforward how this is all calculated. So anyway, that's the pricing calculator, and we'll be covering this much more in detail in training as well.